I'm not without a talk today. I have 4 of them. So I figured by the time I went from here to here, I could decide which one would come out. And thanks to this wonderful lady, you kind of guided me on it, and I just would let it just kind of feel its way through. Then you come up with your song. And what was very interesting on this particular 4th of July, I actually looked at what 4th of July really was. And I guess, I don't know where I've been for the last 67 years, but I just saw it differently. We started out in the morning, and we just started going, wait a minute. And then we talked to our really good friend, Chad G, yeah, that guy. Chad, and I started being like this. Well, when did that happen? And when did this happen? And why is, and then I went, oh my God, the Declaration of Independence wasn't actually, you weren't independent after the Declaration. It took a little time. And for some reason, I think of it as this thing that just happened, right? And it doesn't. And it doesn't in our own life either. And I went, wait a minute. And then enter the indigenous people, and they were here thousands, not 100, but thousands of years before this was even talked about. They already had colonies. They had their government set up, and I started getting so excited about finding out things that kind of stop at the 4th of July. But if you go beyond that, is where you get the real power of where we're at here today. And I just went, wow, how did that get forgotten? How, for in my world, I mean, maybe your world, you're on top of it all, but I'm just saying for me. So I found this, this quote, and I thought I'd start us out with it, but I didn't really need to, but it said, because I was thinking of transformation, and I'm thinking of declaration. And when you declare something, you expect it to happen. A lot of people worked very, very diligently to find out that there is a better way to break free. And I found this quote. It said, every time you declare your spiritual freedom, you're re-signing your own Declaration of Independence. From your old stories, stuck beliefs, and generational patterns. I own Declaration of Independence. And what does that mean now? What does that mean to me now that it didn't mean when I was 20 or 30 or 40 or whatever? We keep going up. And it says, you become the liberator of your own lineage. You become the liberator of your own lineage. And sometimes, I don't know about you, but we get stuck in the 3D world of these conditions that say, this is how it is, and that's how we have to do it. And I don't believe that. We'd never even be here if that were true. And it went on to say, just as a nation who once declared its freedom from tyranny, we must declare our freedom from the inner tyrants of fear, doubt, shame, limitation, worry, pick your own, you know? That's where the liberation is coming from. This title of this talk is called what, Rita? The Alchemy of the Heart. The alchemy of the heart. That's where that furnace is burning for us to create something new. Yeah, it was interesting. It got me very, very excited to start looking at things in a whole new way. So I wasn't going to tell this, but you know how that works. So I think it was Friday or Saturday night. I had quite a little experience at 2:15, which is not unusual for me. I woke up. Rita was sound asleep. She does that so well. I look over and I go, she's sleeping. And I just remember energy just flowing through me. and I started thinking. But it wasn't the kind of stuff that keeps you awake because you're worried about it. It was like, I could see like everything about the center and my past, everything was like going very fast, but I was very excited. Because I've been looking for what is motivating my own personal freedom. What is it that I need to know? And I started downloading, for any of you that understand that. I never really understood. I just thought it was kind of a cool word that people use. Like, I just had a thought, I downloaded it, you know. I thought that was really cool until it started really happening, and it still is even more cool than it is when it's actually happening to me. And I started getting excited, and I started going, why am I feeling old? Not now. Why have I been feeling old? And I'm not talking about looks-wise, because we all know that's not true. But I'm talking about old. I could see the stress. I could see the wrinkles, but not, I don't mind the wrinkles, but I don't want the stress. I'm thinking, and now all of a sudden I'm like this. And I went all the way back to our second year here, which is very funny because Ron found the program from year 2, our celebration of year 2. And I started getting very excited, and I remembered why I was so full of life. And it's because my purpose was kindled within me. I could go, we can do this, and we can do that, and we can do this, and we can do that. And so as you're on year 12, and things are not, you're feeling like, where's the energy? You know, where's the heart of CSL Kaua'i? Where is the heart of myself? Where's my life? And I started getting that wonderful Patrick spirit that has led me my entire life. And that's being excited. And not because everybody's doing what they need to be doing. I said, wow, you all are doing what you need to be doing, and we come together in this community, and it will grow the way it needs to grow. And we're on year 12, and it's perfectly fine because life is continuous. So I was thinking also of the idea of declaration, because in our treatment, spiritual mind treatment, how it works is what you were talking about. It doesn't work. So I woke up the next morning and I was terrified that I went till 4:30, by the way. And I'm sitting there and I'm feeling like this green stuff just filling through me. So then I started singing the song from Wicked. No, I'm just kidding. The green was going through me. I go, I'm downloading something. And I'm not scared. I'm not scared at all. I knew I was, but then I was filling up. And then what got me scared was I said, oh no, what happens if after I wake up, I don't feel this? Have you ever felt that? It's kind of like that idea, like you're really excited about something, and then we gotta go back to the real world, you know? And I said, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't. Because Neville Goddard, do you know who he is? I'm all like into him this weekend. And he just kind of fell into my lap. And he says, people, when you want to replace a thought, he says, they'll tell you when you have an idea, you need to be realistic. Have you ever heard that in your life? You have to be realistic. Nobody in this room has to be realistic. But here's the thing, and yet, he said, what is realistic about going over your conditions that aren't working over and over again? That's not realistic. No. Put something new in there, right? Put something wild and new. And I have to admit that by the end of the day, it wasn't as exciting as it was from 2:15 to 4:30 in the morning. But I couldn't even believe at 4:30, I said, what are you so, and I was putting together projects here, man, I should have wrote them down because I was busy from 2:15. So where am I now in this declaration? Where am I now with what I believe is a GPS called spiritual mind treatment? And what we have here is you open up and realize that there is a power so huge that isn't out there. Do you ever notice that? You'll look up, I even did it the other day, you'll go, yeah, I just looked up, I said, who am I looking up to? No one. But what I realized was that once you have these first two steps, that there is something powerful going on, and I'm not separate from it. Never have been and never will be. I thought, and I caught myself during the day repeating, bringing it back, something back in. I'm thinking, once you've told your condition, then it's not news anymore. And Michael Beckwith, who I absolutely love, he was saying we just keep going over them and over them. And he said, and a job of a practitioner, spiritual practitioner, tell us your stories. It's important to let go and to vent, but we are never to believe your stories of lack or limitation. You don't want us there. You don't want anyone there, do you? You don't want anyone coming up and saying, Patrick, man, I don't even think I can get through this. And for me to go, you're right about that. Ain't no way in hell you're getting out of this one. How long would that conversation go? But then what I find is I'm there to listen and to feel and to declare something new. Something new. And I know those little memories, they pop in there and want to tell you that that's the way it really is. The last part of this that came for me was the old I am that I am. I always think of Candy because we've talked about this before. And I want to let you know the revelation. I have said I am that I am so many times that it's become rote. I'm going to go to. But I really wanted to think about what that means. Scientifically. I am that I am. Can you imagine the very I am? I've got God bumps happening. The very I am, the very energy, the very breath that you're breathing right now. We're all breathing the same breath. And the I am, and why you can say I am that I am, is because of these first. I am that I am. And now I can declare anything I choose. How could I not? And we're not talking about the thing itself. We're talking about the feeling that goes with it. I am healthy. You say, yeah, but what about I got this and I got that and I got this and I got that here and there and everywhere? Doesn't mean you're not healthy. That's how firmly I am grounded in my belief now. Oh, I let some stuff out there bring my butt down, and I was all feeding into it, poisoning myself. And I'm not poisoning myself. I said, that's a lie. What the truth is that we are unlimited. And we haven't even begun to taste what we're capable of. So what do I do when I look at my checkbook and I go, I am wealthy, I am wealthy? Well, it's not, it doesn't go by words. The law of this teaching of our very life, it doesn't go with, oh, he said it 100 times, so let's give it to him. No, I'm wealthy. What the hell does that mean? It means I'm relaxed. It means I'm relieved. It means I can toss worry and I feel confident. What does it mean when I say I am healthy when everything is telling me I'm not and the doctors are saying, you're right, you are not healthy? Oh, doctor, I am. I am. Oh, delusional. No. The illusion, it's all this beautiful, beautiful script that we get to write. We get to write it, we get to live it, we get to breathe it. All that happened all between 2:15 and 4:30 in the morning. I am that I am. I am. And I said, well, I'm going to try it. I'll try Neville. I am wealthy. Not I am wealthy because you're going to hand some money over. I'm wealthy because I'm alive. I'm healthy because I can decide to smile. I can decide to cry. I can decide to be scared. And if I am, then I'll just go over to somebody that's going, I am that I am. Or as I tell people, it is safe to heal. Did you know it's safe to heal anything? And then they said, well, we lost somebody. They didn't make it. How do you like that, Patrick? How do you answer that one? I don't. Because this is what I know. We are eternal. We are eternal. And our family and the people that we have lost in our life, they're not gone. As a matter of fact, you think this room has empty seats? I don't think so. I love you. This is a new world being birthed. Brand new. And we can either enjoy it, wait a little while, procrastinate, it's fine. It's eternal. But I wouldn't waste another moment of this thing called life carrying anything that doesn't tell me that I am magnificent and that I can be and I can do and I can have anything I want, and I don't care what the diagnosis says. I don't care what my checkbook says. I don't care about that woman next door, what she has to say about me or anyone else. You can be and do and have anything. So I'm going to leave you with this Michael Beckwith, not a quote. He says, this is the question you want to ask yourself every day. Why does everything work together for my good? Why does everything work together for my good? He says, you say that all day long, and at the end of the day, aha, you'll be just like them. And now we have Namaste, Jeremy and Amy. Thank you. Thank you.